Today, it's Madden NFL Football. It's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Chicago Blues taking on the London Black Knights.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with their opponents. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in Week 2. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They are led out by the 15th overall selection in 2019, former Ohio State Buckeye Dwayne Haskins.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
The numbers for Zeke from last week. 16 carries, 54 yards, and a touchdown.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Haskins. Room to run past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. They bring their punter out there now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. As we take a look at the starting quarterback, DeShone Kizer, the man who hails from Toledo, Ohio, and of course played his college ball at Notre Dame.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
On 1st and 10, Kizer. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They go play action. Kizer. It's hauled in by Lee Smith. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now Kizer. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. 7 yards, the pickup there. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. It's caught, Smith. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
From the red zone now, Kizer. And he rifles one incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. A give right side now to Hunt. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They'll throw here. Kizer. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this will remain a scoreless game. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So they bring out their punter. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Kizer to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll run with Hunt. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A carry here for Hunt, and not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. We're scoreless after 1. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. This is Hunt. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll try to throw here. Kizer. He's got his tight end, Smith. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. On the counter, Hunt. And after after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Coleman. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Blues go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's good to make it 7-0. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. London about set to take over on offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Haskins to throw it. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down. Here's Haskins. Pressure gets to Haskins, and down he goes. Isaiah Simmons in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. And on now is the punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And here comes a big tight end as he gets set for this next drive. And some of his highlights here from this game, he's nearing 100 yards, partner. And defense have worked so hard at how to try to slow down tight ends. It was a lot easier, partner, in the old days because when they just lined up on the line of scrimmage, either put a defensive end or a linebacker over them and tried to body them so they couldn't get off the line of scrimmage easy. And now?
Now, when they split out, detach from the line of scrimmage, you put a linebacker out there, they're often too elusive for them. Shake them and get to the secondary too easily before someone else can try and pick them up.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with. To have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Coleman going to get it again on second down. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This offense so far on third down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Kizer now from the 50. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he's got this down to the 35.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Kizer. Complete. Smith has it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On the ground, it's a handoff to Coleman. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Kizer. And this one complete to Smith. That catch good for only a couple.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Kizer, and this one's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Kizer now. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Beautiful throw right there on 3rd down, and it looked like this was going to be 6 points, but a nice touchdown-saving tackle at the end of this. Even still, this offense is knocking on the door now with a 1st and goal at the 1.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. To throw, Kizer. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Kizer, 3rd and goal. Touchdown! That's caught. Lee Smith from 3 yards out. And the Blues add 6 to their lead. Well, this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. On 1st down, it's Haskins. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Kaiser. It's caught. Cooper. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 8. Here's Kaiser. Drops it off for Coleman. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. To throw is Kaiser. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. C.J. Mosley in there to get him, and with it, time will expire here in this first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 to score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On 3rd down, Kaiser looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
3rd and long always tilts to the defense. And I just remember as a player how many times it was hammered into my head. Know where the sticks are and get him down in front of it. But sometimes what happens is you worry about where that is much more than the person who has the ball. And on that play, they didn't have enough focus on him. And somehow he turned a short pass into a 1st down.
1st down, Kaiser. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
things were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Kaiser. He's got Smith here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now they hand off to Coleman. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. They will run again with Coleman. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Back to throw. Kaiser. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Amari Cooper there to make the grab. And the Blues take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and an up. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
DeShone Kizer making his way out to the huddle. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Kizer toward the pylon, caught. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. It's Coleman here, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tevin Coleman taking it in from a yard out. And the Blues take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. So, Charles, they are well on their way to a 2-0 start. Now, last week, they had the close victory. This one more commanding, much more comfortable.
Well, the sense we got from them was that last week they felt like they didn't play their best. They got the win, but they weren't really on top of their game. But they put it all together here in this one, haven't they? What an impressive, impressive performance.
Point after, right down the middle. And it is 28-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And Tevin Coleman polished it off with a touchdown run. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. London about set to take over on offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Pressure gets to Haskins, and down he goes. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Come on.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. There's the stiff arm. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. DeShone Kizer making his way out to the huddle. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. Coleman, the 1st down and a little extra. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 52 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half 2.
So 2 words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs. And how about relentless? Keep going, knowing that you may pop one as he just did there.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Kizer. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Kizer. Under pressure, and down he goes. goes. Cameron Jordan so tough to block as he gets in there to record the sack.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So a tough spot for Kizer. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Back to throw. Kizer. Oh, what a catch. It's Godwin. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a 1st down as well.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And his kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
London about set to take over on offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? Well, a lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Haskins will throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Haskins to throw. He'll get this to Elliott. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing again, here's Haskins. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Haskins. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Looking to throw, Haskins. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run it with Elliott. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And as a result, possession switches hands. Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in the rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you, and it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start, but he's found a way so far here in the second half.
Coleman going to get it again on second down. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. So now we have Jackson slow to get back on his feet. Appears to be shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Check. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Check.
On first down, Coleman. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Coleman. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 78 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Coleman now, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll run on first down. It's McDonald. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Have confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Looking to throw. Kaiser got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Henry Ruggs, his second touchdown on the season. And the Blues are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. A 10-play drive that time. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. London about set to take over on offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Haskins, they'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Haskins. Incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The offense on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Haskins. That one complete to Elliott. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They begin the drive with Coleman. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Coleman. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the home team here, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.